Hey guys, this is Ash here from NTV Studios, and we are back with another live stream inside the city. Today we are going to do a bit of building, but today what I'm sort of more interested in doing is testing out whether my connection is going to work alright, because basically I've been having this issue for months on end, where basically it would tell me that my LAN cable is not connected, but it is connected. There would be absolutely no issue with the internet itself. It's almost like it's not the internet. It's kind of like I disconnect from the internet from the PlayStation, but I don't disconnect on my laptop and I don't disconnect on my phone. So I could be watching a video on YouTube on my phone and I could disconnect on the PlayStation, but I could still watch the video fine on the phone. And it is this issue with the PlayStation or the LAN, saying that the LAN cable isn't connected when it is. Sometimes it won't do it much, sometimes it'll have a period where it doesn't do it at all for ages, and then sometimes it'll have a period where it keeps doing it over and over again. I must have already lagged out like over 6 times today, Steve?
Oh yeah,
left the party. It basically makes me leave the party. It says the LAN cable is not connected, and then it says there is no network connection. So then you click retry, and then you try again, and it says something about DNS servers. Then it'll come back on. Then I'll join the chat party again, and then I won't get NAT type. I'll get NAT type with everybody, so I can't hear them. So I'll leave and rejoin, and then sometimes I can hear them all again, and then sometimes I can hear maybe everybody except 2 people because of NAT type. And then if I mute them and unmute them, the NAT type goes away. They can hear me, but I can't hear them. And then after so long, my internet connection would allow me to hear them again, and then my LAN cable would go again, so I'd be back to the same old disconnecting thing. My PSN Zinger is Ash101 Gaming 123. That's my PSN. So basically I've disconnected the LAN cable and I'm using Wi-Fi, but I'm pretty sure there was a reason why I used a LAN cable in the first place, like for not being able to get good internet connection with just the Wi-Fi. But I'm pretty sure like I don't know, I'm pretty sure like it might be alright. Let me know in the comment section if the stream's going alright, because if the stream's going good, then that's one of my worries out of the way. All I've got to do next is share play. Can you put it in chat? I'll just leave it on the screen for so long, because I can't get to the chat at the moment. But basically what I've got to do is try uploading a video clip to see if it uploads a video clip okay without me leaving the chat party. And then I've got to try share playing, and basically, you know, if I can share playing, someone can join and they can see the screen decent. When I'm share playing, then I know that I'm alright. I know that I've got no issues whatsoever, and it'll be alright. But if it takes a bit longer to upload a video clip, I'm not too fussed, because I don't upload video clips that much anyway, and basically I more or less live stream. So if the live stream goes alright and I can stay in the chat party and I can still upload a video clip, it doesn't necessarily have to be the quickest time, but you know, as long as it isn't hours, then I should be all good without that stupid bastard blinking LAN cable. Sorry for the bad language. But that has been giving me issues for as long as I can remember. And the thing is it happened when we upgraded to super fast broadband, because we were getting a good internet signal with the other one. Basically I couldn't do anything up here in my room. I could live stream, but the screen would go off after a while. Basically I couldn't watch YouTube videos on my phone because it would just buffer all of the time. I couldn't share play because I didn't have a strong enough internet connection. I've just accepted. And then basically we updated to super fast because we weren't getting a good enough connection, and sometimes we weren't getting a good connection downstairs as well. So we updated to super fast, and they gave us a new home hub, they gave us a new password, all of that sort of thing. and then basically I you know, like was supposed to get super fast, which to be fair it does work better. Like when I'm not disconnecting, I can share play alright, I can stream, and I've never had issues with the screen going off, and it's been going pretty alright. In terms of that way, like that's been going pretty good that way. I've not had any issues that way, and uploading video clips have been able to upload quite a lot faster, but I believe there was some issue as to why I connected to the LAN cable, which I don't really know what made me do that. I can't remember, but I've disconnected from the LAN cable, so hopefully I never disconnect again. Or I maybe will do at some point, but hopefully I don't disconnect as often as I've been disconnecting. I might have fixed the issue. And when you type in the issue on YouTube, the LAN cable is not connected, it just comes up with people saying top 5 best tips to connect to PlayStation 4 Wi-Fi without disconnecting. It doesn't come up with the issue that I'm having. So who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, I hope Steve and Ant don't mind, because I've been updating their houses a little bit. I know Steve saw me update his yesterday, but Ant, I've been updating your house. If you do end up viewing this stream, I just felt like, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're both good houses. The only issues I found with the houses is, for one, this one's a bit small, which we're going to extend anyway. And the only issue I found with this house is it looks a little bit too square. I feel like it needed a little bit more sort of things sticking out and things happening to it. So I didn't dislike the house, I don't dislike your builds or anything like that. I just personally thought that maybe I could just help you update it a little bit. We can all work together and get this map looking good, because the thing I like about this house is it's got these little bits sticking out the front here, and then how it like sort of curves round. So I kind of figured like adding something like this to them would work out pretty nice, but obviously it's up to him if he likes it or not. But I'm just going to go ahead and exit the game and join back in, because when I was disconnecting before, my switched me to an offline game.
Are you appearing online?
Yeah.
So yeah, and let's do this. Let's go back into the city world. I do have other worlds, by the way, not many. I've got a WWE world, which isn't even completed. I've got a cars world, which is just an empty world. I was supposed to build cars on it. I've got a Lost on an Island map from when we were going to redo Lost on an Island. I've got a new world which I think has a building tutorial which I never finished. And then there's a survival world which was a house where it was a world where I built a house into a cliff in creative, and then I was going to switch it to survival back when I had my other account going. And when it got banned for a week, I just set up a quick little world for making a video to explain how the account had got banned, and then I never really did anything else with the map. Then we've got Minecraft City, which this one's the very, very first ever time that I started Los Ashley. So if we actually were to go on the save, there's no buildings in the whole entire map. There's literally just a miniature bit of road marked out from what I can remember. If it's not the beginning of the city map, then it was the time where I did a tips and tricks on road video back on my old channel. But I'm pretty certain, due to the fact that there's a villager's village just there and a road just here, I'm pretty certain that this was the little miniature start of the Los Ashleys map. But I'm not like I'm not completely certain that this could be that map, but I'm pretty sure that this was the street, and then the chicken place went there. There was a villager's village to blow up there.
If you could start on the floor, then.
And I'm pretty sure there was one like further back here, but I could, yeah, look, one there, look. I think this was the beginning of the Los Ashleys map that I'm aware of, because the footpaths are 5 wide, which is what I did at the beginning of Los Ashleys. And at the beginning of Los Ashleys, I did put some street lights here, but then I took them down, and basically quite good. So you can see right there. And there actually is a hidden secret in Los Ashleys as well, which not many people know about. It's not a big secret, but it is a little miniature. Oh, wrong map. It is a miniature secret, which I think, in my personal opinion, looks pretty nice. But it just didn't fit the area and the street. So if we go all the way back over to First Street, let me just invite this person who accepted.
Actually, I'm muting you because I can't hear Steve.
Goodbye. Who is this person who? There we go. Cod Tricky. I'll invite you as well, Reese. And I won't invite Steve because I think he's doing something with I think he's doing something with Pro on their city at the moment. I think, have I gone past it? No, I haven't, not yet. There we go. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the secret's still here, but it's on the very first street when we started this map. When this city got started, this was the very, very first street. And we did something on here, but later on, we actually like covered it up. And it basically, I'm pretty certain that it still stays under there today. Now, I'm not positive, but I'm like pretty sure that it does still stay under there today. But we'll have to go and have a look. And basically, it's nothing that interesting, but if you guys remember being there at the beginning of the map, which not much people will, there's only a few people what probably do remember, over on the very first street, somewhere about where the Alton Pharmacy and PC shop is, there used to be a bus stop. Okay, and there used to be a bus stop, but I really didn't like the way the bus stop was going. It didn't look good, it didn't fit the theme of the street, and it basically meant that I'd have to build this building one further back from that building. So what I basically did, instead of breaking the bus stop, I literally just widened this footpath over it. So if you actually delete and go under when we get a night vision, providing on whether I actually took it up or not, which, nope, it's still here. You can still see a bit of it. There's actually a little red bus stop here, and this actually used to say bus, so I don't know if you can see, but there's the U there. That would be more than likely the start of the S, maybe. This would more than likely be the B, if you were to sort of like go like this, look. Oh, yeah, so it would actually come out into the street, but you get the point. There used to be a bus stop under there, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. How that used to be there, and how it's like still under there now. Like, there's nothing too interesting about it other than the fact that it's just a bus stop, but who knows. And where this hotel is, there used to be a different building as well, but it actually got griefed, so I actually knocked it down. And there was the start of another building here as well, but they now sit as these two buildings, and they've been like that for quite a while. Oh, what's my laptop doing? What you doing? Stupid laptop. I've recorded today's MC, so it's ready to upload tonight. I thought it was pretty good. I don't think it's the best one I've done, but it was alright. And I did a couple attempts of some different songs, and you know, tried MCing to them and seeing which one I thought was going to be the one to upload. And it's quite good. But I've got into this new style of music recently, and it's kind of still like hardcore music in a way, but it's a different kind of hardcore music. It's kind of like it's kind of like a mix between hardcore and happy hardcore, and they're basically called Makina mixes. I think that's how you pronounce them. And basically, if you search them in, they've got these like little yellow people or like green people, and they've got a pair of headphones on. Sometimes they've got a giant spliff sticking out of the mouth, and then sometimes they have like a design on this little like shirt or whatever. And basically, they're like sort of quick, sort of raving, bouncing tunes, and they're pretty sick. I've got into them recently, I'll admit. and they're actually quite good songs as well, like what you get in them. And in my personal opinion, I think it's a pretty nice. I think it's like they're pretty good style of music. I've really got into it recently, just over the past few days, and you can actually MC to it as well. There is like a lot of people what MC to them, and I don't know if Steve's got me muted or not. He could do, but I could also maybe be getting featured on Northeast MC's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Now this isn't certain, this isn't like me being 100% certain, but they upload a load of different MCs from the Northeast, but they also upload some different MCs as well, like they've done some of like Conor Breen and, you know, like people over in Ireland. They've done some Lynches before. You know, you get the point. And basically, they put up a video saying like our Facebook page, and in the intro it said inbox us your MCs. So I inboxed him and told him, but it wouldn't let me send the MC. So I inboxed him and asked him, you know, will you check me out? I'm MC Noble. I just live below the Northeast, which I literally do. I don't live that far from the Northeast at all. It wouldn't take me long to get to sort of up to the Northeast, maybe about an hour drive at the most. Nothing too serious. I'm in East Yorkshire. They're just a little bit above me. They're like sort of Middlesbrough way. That sort of thing. Sort of like Middlesbrough going up towards Sunderland and stuff like that. And it's not that far away from me. I'm actually going into the Northeast in December time. So the point is that basically I might be getting featured on their channel. It's not a definite. I just asked them to check me out, maybe upload me, that sort of thing. And if they do, then they do. If they don't, then they don't. I did get featured on someone's YouTube channel a while back, but it actually got taken down, did the channel, by the user. I don't know why. But basically, it was called Irish MC, and I don't know why the user took it down, because he got to 1,000 subscribers. Loads of people were commenting on every single video, and he was getting quite popular. And he uploaded my Irish Whistle MC, and it got quite a few views, not as many as the Doiler disc did, but you know, it was going into the 200, nearly 300 mark. Back then, because I wasn't as good as I am now at MCing, it was pretty shocking to get something like 200, nearly 300 views. And basically what went down in Chinatown is for some reason his channel got taken down, and the only sort of reason I can recall the channel going down is because he got into an argument with this other Irish MC YouTube channel, and this person was called not Irish MC but Irish MCs, and this person used to comment on his videos and say that he was copying him. And at the end of the day, I thought it was just petty and childish, because there's like, I know I've subscribed to like over 8 different YouTube channels what upload Irish MCs, such as like MC Corey, and you know, sort of people like such as what would you say, like, you know, Pat Flynn and Lynchy. So I didn't really think it was that much copying, but I was getting sick of it, like, because I went to watch a new MC, I scrolled down in the comment to leave a new one, and then this other Irish MC was like copying me with my video again, and then the person who put the video what would be like, you know, this Irish MC person to Irish MCs would be like, no, I didn't copy you, and all of this stuff. And I nearly felt like saying, well, technically you're both copying Irish rap movement, because Irish Rap Movement are the biggest YouTube channel on YouTube for uploading Irish MCs and rappers. They literally got the most amount of subscribers. They basically have a studio, and they upload a ton of different Irish and rappers and MCs. And I felt like saying, like, you know, well, technically you both copied Irish Rap Movement, because they're the biggest one and you're all uploading what they would upload, but apart from these other channels, we're uploading some different Irish MCs. Like Irish Rap Movement doesn't upload Corey that much. I think they have done a couple of times, and they don't. Irish Rap Movement don't upload Cootie and stuff like that. They don't upload any of them MCs or Jordan Welsh. So basically, I've muted my mic as I'm on the phone, bro. Oh, okay, it's fine, bro. Is the stream going alright? That's all I want to know, because I'm using the Wi-Fi now, and if it's going alright, then can you just like let me know, sort of like if it's going good, and then I can sort of get an idea on how the connection's going, that sort of thing, because I would sort of like be interesting to know. Then I can like see whether I'm going to need the LAN cable or not, because if I don't need the LAN cable, I'm probably not going to disconnect. Sweet, the stream is all good. That's good. So I want to ask your opinion on something, Steve. Seeing as though you're like seeing as though you more or less own this city with me, and that you're practically, you know, a co-owner and everything, and you get all rights to everything. You can decide who you know comes in the city. If someone's done something bad, you can ban them from the map just as much as I can. You know, you get the point. How long do you reckon this street should go before we sort of like come to sort of like what's it called? How long should Park Drive be before we get to Oak Avenue? Do you think it should be a pretty longish street, or do you think it should be a sort of, you know, a little bit shorter, like for example, we do sort of like maybe 6 more houses after this house on this side, and then like the same amount of houses on this side, and then you get to like a T-junction with maybe like another sort of like street, and then Oak Avenue going down with a load more houses or something like that? Or do we make the street a bit longer and then have like just a little turning going up to Park Close, which leads to a dead end where there's going to be like houses on the corner, that sort of thing. At least 8 more houses, to do 8 houses at each side. Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, I was thinking like, you know, sort of quite a few more houses, because some housing estate streets are pretty long, aren't they? Like, they do go pretty like far down. But I reckon we should still have a street called Park Close, which goes up, and then it like maybe just leads to a dead end where you get like just a load of houses, kind of like how Grove Street is, kind of like a cul-de-sac, if you get what I mean, as well as keeping the main Park Drive going on, you know. Or we could call it Park Drive cul-de-sac or something like that, or Park Drive end or something like that, and then it's just got maybe a matter of 2 houses, and then you've got like, you know, them going like one, like going like on the sort of like circle, if you get what I mean. I think that'll be pretty good. I think you've sort of helped me get a little bit more, you know, inspiration. Help me like sort of decide what I want to do with these houses a little bit more, because I just kind of started building houses here. I didn't really have a full-on sort of planned out idea, so I think now we're getting a little bit more of a idea, I guess. So that's Steve's garden fence. So what's Ant's garden fence gonna be? And I've got an idea for you as well, Steve, just to make your house a little bit. There we go. And then what I reckon you should do, I mean this is up to you, but you should have a biggish gate in my, like a bit of a sort of like wall, so you can't drive your car. Ash is pro. Ha! Funny. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I can find him annoying, but everyone finds everyone annoying. If that sort of makes sense. Like, you could probably find me annoying at times, and I can maybe find you annoying at times. So, no, I don't really think, I don't think Pro's a bender, no. Just make sure you can't cut through. Hit it back, and the DJ crew. Two bad boys, they're coming at you. How's that? Kind of like, so you can park your car or bike up to here, and then obviously go into your house. Alright, I don't know about you, Steve, but do you honestly like the water feature? Like, may I just ask? Like, do you think the water feature's good? Or can I sort of like, can I update this house a bit? Like, I'm just like, obviously I don't want to do it if you're bothered about it. But you know, like would you be bothered if I updated your house a bit more? Like, because I've got some ideas for it, but I don't want to do it if you're not comfortable with doing it. If you don't, you know, if you don't want me to change it. But you know, I just thought I'd ask before I start doing it, and then you know. Like, I just feel it could do with a bit of a, you know, maybe a bit of an update might help it. And what you gonna put there if you take away the waterfall? Well, what I was basically going to do. What I was going to basically do is, because I was going to make it into more room space inside of here, so then you wouldn't necessarily have to extend at the back as much, and then you could still have the nice garden kind of thing. Like, because if you think about it, like, if you get rid of the water, you could knock this wall through here, and then you've got it all as living space. Like, you've got the whole thing as living space, and then you could add some more windows around without it getting in the way of the water. You could put a nice flooring down, and back to, like, you know, what I stated, you could make it into a bit more of a bigger inside living space, because I just think it looks a bit small inside. Like, it kind of looks like a thin corridor, and I just thought maybe, you know, like, taking away the water feature would allow us to have a bigger living space, you know. But, like, obviously it's up to you. Like, I don't want to do things if you're not comfortable with doing it, but I just think it looks teeny at the moment, a bit too small. Yeah. Okay. I can do that. Well, you might be here to put the water feature in the back when, by the time we're ready to do that. But yeah, okay. Alright, so hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? We're building a mega city build, which I've been spending 8 months on so far, with Steve Games, who's in the chat. He basically is one of the main helpers, and then we also have some other main helpers as well, who have helped massively work on this map. So I couldn't have done like some of the things in here which are in here without them. But yeah, so it's been about 8 months up to now, and the city world itself is actually nowhere near completed. Yeah, go and sub to Steve Games. But yeah, I couldn't have done it without them. Can you help? I can invite you to join, but I'm not totally sure about helping, because we've had a lot of griefers recently. Now I know you're probably going to say I don't grief, which don't get me wrong, I don't think you grief or anything like that, but it's just I've got to be sure, like, because it's happened too many, and the map's so big now that if I was to lose like all of the progress, it would just be like, it'd be too sort of like, it'd be too bad. Like if I'd only built like a couple of buildings and you lavaed it, you know, I'd probably just start again and think nothing of it. You know, obviously like, yeah, basically we have to trust you, that's all. Like it's not that we just, as you like presumably think, you know, you're gonna grief, but we just have to make sure like when you help, you'll be sort of like doing something like simple, like maybe filling in a bit of road, and we'll be sort of like watching you, and then we'll sort of like ask you to help us with something, and then when you get sort of like more trusted and maybe like you've joined more, which the same thing happened with Steve when I first knew him and he first knew me, and like he didn't necessarily get permissions in his world straight away. You know, like, and then obviously like I just like let him help me a bit. He helped me with a few things, and now look at him. He's become a main builder of one of my biggest city maps, and he basically runs the map with me. So you're gonna need to send me a friend request. Oh, okay, gotta go. Oh, okay, well I'll catch you round, bro. But yeah, basically, you know, it's just about that trust, innit? And like I say, not necessarily because we don't trust you. It's just more to the fact that we just like to make sure, I guess. Alright, so we're gonna have a gap of 3 there. This is going to get taken down. We're going to have a door here. Just going to get rid of that a sec. And then we might do something like this maybe. So that can go to there. Can I build a house, please? Sure. Let me think where you can build one. You can build one next to this. You see this? If you come to me. You see where this garage bit is here? If you had like a fence here, like, you know, so it kind of like blocks your house from the neighbour's house. If you put like a fence blocking your house from the neighbour's house, you can then build a house at the other side of the neighbour's fence. But it's got to sort of be pretty realistic to sort of like a family size house, if that makes any sense. Like, it's kind of got to be something similar to this, or something similar to Ant's, or something similar to Steve's, where you kind of have like maybe like 2-3 bedrooms and a driveway. It can't be like no big modern house or mansion, unfortunately, because, you know, I'm at like a Pacific area in the map. But, you know, you can by all means build a house. There's just unfortunately there's just a few little rules which you have to, you know, go by, I'm afraid. Alright, so I've actually just realised something. Oh, silly me, of course. There we go. Yeah, oh no, wait, that's still not going to do it though, is it? Sugar, I never thought of that. Because now this is going to create a forelook. Oh no, it's not. It's alright. That's me seeing it all wrong. But yeah, like I say, if you put like a nice sort of like garden fence, you know, just blocking you from the neighbour's house, then you've both got your own privacy when you're living in the city. Should be pretty nice. So, what do we want to do now? 2, 3. So then that will give us a gap of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what I may tend to do here is I may tend to just add you a little double door just to get to the maybe a way to get to the back of the garden where your water feature is going to be, because you still said you wanted the water feature in the back. Maybe you could have it as a pond or something like that. So there we go, so you've got the gap of 3 there. In my opinion, this house is looking pretty sweet already. Then we can do a little something like that for your doorway. We'll add you a little bit of a bigger garden path coming up to your house, so you can get like to your house a bit more bigger. That looks sick. Yeah, cheers. I'm quite, to be honest with you, I didn't think I was good at building houses as I was, because I'd never really, like, houses in Minecraft is not something I've like built regular. I've spent 8 months off of this map not building anything, if that sort of makes sense. Maybe if we do this, then you've still got that gap of 3. At the end, but yeah, I don't really do, like, houses is something in Minecraft I don't really do often, so I've never really like known if I've been too good with it, I guess. But we do this here, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'll put that back in a minute. 1, 2, 3. That'll go like that. And then I think there's like a gap of 3. And then I do quite believe that there is another window which just comes into here. Alright, there we go, like that. Oh, my fault there. There we go. And then there is actually a door at this side. So like what I'm like starting to wonder which probably won't be. No, it doesn't fit. We can't fit another window in, unfortunately. Well, we can, but not the same size. Like if we were to do this, like it would only end up being a smaller window. But does that look heckishly that bad? I don't think it does. And I've just had an idea as well. Just to do a little something like that, maybe. Transforming this house around, blood. Just seeing what we can do with it to make it a little bit, you know, it looks a bit bigger now. I'm definitely a bit more pleased with the size. But, you know, Steve's living on his own. You know, Steve's not the person, you know, Steve's not living with someone, he's having his own private space. So Steve himself knows that he doesn't need a huge house. Steve knows that he can, you know, live okay in his own little crib and be his own self without being in the way of anybody else, don't you, Steve? Can you join? You can join, you can have a look round, but you may not necessarily be able to help as soon as you join. It's not that we don't think you'll grief or anything, but it's just what me and the main builders have to do for trust, because we've spent 8 months on the map, and basically if we were to lose the map now, it would kind of be gutting, if you know what I mean, because like not only me but Steve and Pro, people such as them, they've put so much effort into the map to help make it a decent map, and if that was to get taken away by someone necessarily maybe lavering, that would sort of be a little bit annoying, because we've spent so much time on it. But if you had my PSN, the top one, you'll be able to have a look round, and then, you know, you might be able to help us fill in some roads or something, or like help with something I'm working on, but you'll just basically be monitored. Which means we'll basically tell you what to do, and we'll just keep an eye on what you're building, like what you're helping us with, kind of thing, if that sort of makes sense. And then if we think you're doing okay, then, you know, and you've been helping us for a bit, you know, maybe like a few days, you've maybe joined again, then we can basically get the trust that you know, that you're sort of helpable, and you can just come on and build something. Live stream till you go for dinner. You know what, I might do that, you know, because I don't have long now till I actually do go for dinner. I only got like maybe an hour at the most till I go for dinner, maybe less. So I could just live stream till I go for dinner, unless I'm needed. Like if I'm needed downstairs to do anything, then I may have to end the live stream that way, but hopefully I'm not going to be needed, so I might just be able to get away with not being needed. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, yeah, I might do that, because it's not like all the time that I do. What was I going to say? It's not all the time that I do go and live stream for long. Oh, you're in the UK too? Sound. That's nice, bro. Alright, I'm going to change this roof eventually as well, once I get to know what I'm going to do with it more. Just going to sort of fix up a few sort of small details. Sweet. Add me and Ash on PSN, bro. Yep. I would get you to add Ant as well, but he's not online right now, so it doesn't really matter too much whether you add him or not. Just so long as you add at least like 1 or 2 of the main builders, then you should be good to be able to join. And that way you can also join the map, some of the maps what Steve has on his account as well, which is basically he has like his own city world as well, where it's not like where he doesn't necessarily have to join me all the time to be able to go on a city. So if I take like a week's break or something, and I'm not going to be online for like a week or whatever, he's still got a city world he can go on, what is actually the actual like full map owner himself, if that makes sense. So it should be alright. Alright, so here, now this is the thing. Now I was actually thinking about continuing this on to have, because we've got a biggish downstairs, so why not have a biggish upstairs? And then what I'm thinking, everything we've got at the front is basically what we're going to move to the back. So the water feature will go at the back, we can have a balcony at the back, that sort of thing. So we're basically taking everything from the front, making the front to look more like a more better looking house, but keeping all the features sort of like at the back instead of the front. So we're still keeping the features, we're just putting them in a different place to what we were sort of putting them in the first place, like where we originally had them. So in my opinion, I think it works out a lot better, because it makes it look better. And already I'm starting to love this house and the look of it. Alright, yeah, we need that there. So then we go. Is this okay, Ash? Yeah, this looks alright. I like it. You've got like a nice little pattern there. You've got your doorway. You've got a nice double, 2 high window. The only thing I would recommend is maybe putting a window in here. Like if you put a window maybe in here. But apart from that, I think the house looks pretty sick. Like I think once it gets built up even more, and you've got the fence there, and I reckon it could be a pretty nice house in my opinion. You've got like a room in here, you've got a room in there, you've got the staircase going up, you can have the back door and a garden. I like this detail as well. Like I think that's a pretty cool looking detail. Maybe like put some windows instead of the sandstone, but pretty nice house. Oh, I'm pretty nice. I've been doing mine since 15th of May. I've been doing this map since the 16th of January. I think it was either 16th or 26th of January. I think it was 16th, but you get the point. And I had a city map before, which I started on something like the 25th of May last year, and I did it till sort of like when I started this one in 2016, and it was a pretty nice map. But it wasn't nowhere near as realistic as this map. It was good, but it wasn't nowhere near as realistic. So Ash, join my world tonight. Took about 8 months. Okay, I'll have a look. Okay, so what we need to do is block this. We need to delete some of this inside stuff as well, from the little miniature teeny house. I'll accept that friend request in a minute. Oh yeah, and also if you do add me from a stream, make sure you try to keep in regular contact with me. Basically, like, because I'm getting a lot of people what add me, and then I don't like they don't join me for ages, and then I join their chat parties like maybe like 3 weeks later, and then they're like, who's this person? Oh, I don't know who this fucking person is, kick him. Who are you? What do you want? Get out the chat party. That sort of thing. And I'm like, dude, you watch my stream. Oh, just kick him. And it's like if people are gonna do that, there's no point adding me, because basically I would really like to just be able to, you know, like if you just like keep in a bit contact, maybe join the world again a few times, or you know, that sort of thing, because otherwise I'm just having people on my friends list who I'm not even playing with online, and it's getting a little bit annoying. Huh, lol. Oh, that's fine. It's just I've had people do that before. I don't like it, in my opinion. Like why add me in the first place if you're never going to invite me? And then when I join a party they're just going to say something like, you know, just going to say something like, you know, like, oh, why, you know, oh, what's he doing here? Who's this? Kick him. Like, it's like they forget who I am. Gets annoying. Alright, so I think we can do something like that. And then what I think we can do, Steve, for your house, yeah, basically Steve's not here today because I've arranged to have his house sort of redecorated and furbished. So he's basically gone shopping into town, and he won't be back till later on. And I said that by tea time, well, by night time, his house might be doable to live in. But if not, then he's going to have to catch a bus to the other side and go and stay at the Kenswick Apartments. Unfortunately, if it doesn't, you know, if he isn't, like if the house isn't done in time. But I have a feeling he could be able to sleep in it tonight. I have a feeling that we can get his house ready for him to be able to like start putting his furniture back in. I have a strong feeling that we can get his house ready to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna accept your request in a moment, don't worry. Alright, I'm gonna start breaking that just because it's getting in the way now. So we do a little something, just a little teeny weeny bit like that. Just got this to break too. That too. I'm actually going to be like redoing the entire roof with a different block. I used a nether brick and I thought it was a dark oak, but I'm not going to use a dark oak this time either, I don't think. Because we had a dark oak on the house across the road, so I don't think I want to do another dark oak too close to that, if that makes sense. So where this window is here, I could picture Steve using it for a bathroom, maybe, or something like maybe downstairs he could have a bathroom, as in sort of like where it's just a toilet, and then maybe upstairs he could have a bathroom where it's maybe his actual sort of like bath and shower, kind of like living space bathroom, and then downstairs can just be a loo if you need the loo when he's doing things downstairs, cooking a meal, cleaning up, you know, then he doesn't have to go all the way upstairs. You see, I'm thinking of how you might be living, Steve, when you come into this house, you see. I'm thinking of all aspects. Okay, I'm gonna add that friend request and send it an invite to the world. There we go. I just need to invite it, don't I? Who was it? Who was it? who I just accepted. I didn't read the name properly. The house looks like the Simpsons house. Yeah, it kinda does a bit. I think it was this person. Simpsons house. That's quite funny. So Steve can decorate his inside. He can, you know, fix up his garden. He's not paralysed, but I'm just helping him with his outside. So let me know if you got a invitation to the world. PSN on PS4 is. Oh yeah, it is. It is you, because I've just realised in your sort of like YouTube name that A person was the person I invited to the world. That's good then. Alright, get rid of this roof. Yep, it's joined now, look. Hi. You can go ahead and look round. I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not that strict. You can look round the map, obviously. I'm not, you know, doing you in of a strictness. And also, if you could just drop a comment letting me know if the stream's still going okay, you know, not getting any lag. Because I'm basically not using my LAN cable anymore for the internet, because I was getting this issue with it. And if it's going alright, then hopefully, you know, hopefully I won't disconnect again. So if you just drop a comment saying it's going alright, then we should be pretty cool to carry on. And you know, we'll be alright in the stream. So I'm gonna do this, maybe, let me have a think about this. I kinda want it to be a similar height. So I'm gonna mark this along, just so I can see where we are height wise. Like, I'm kind of getting this feeling. Alright, that's good. That's perfect then. That's exactly what I wanted. Alright, so I don't know what roof style we're gonna do. I don't think I want a quartz edging on this house for the roof. We'll have to see. We might. Let's see what we've got available to us. Well, first of all, we're going to need to do this. If I'm thinking about it. If I'm thinking about using this block. Then we want a brick block. And let me know what you think of that. I don't like that, because I think Let me know if you prefer it in that, what we've just had, or if you prefer it in quartz. If you prefer it in quartz, we'll use the quartz. If you prefer it in the stone, then we'll switch back to the stone. But what about that? I think that'll most certainly look better. Just while I'm here as well. Apart from me use slabs. I'm gonna need an answer soon. Sweet. I was I've just realised. Let me know if you like them windows in the roof as well. Looking Ace and how's Reese's house going? I'll have a look actually, it's been a while. It's starting to look nice, he's got his stairway. He's got a little railing, but I think he's taking a BRB. So when you gonna unmute me then, Steve? Like, when are you gonna finish on your phone call? Oh. Okay. I thought it was just a girl. Nah. Hi. There's your new improved house, Steve. You've got your driveway, you've got your garden. this is the size at the minute, but what you could do is get rid of this hedge going around, and then you could have this as like extra garden space. Or you could put the fence back a little bit, but I wouldn't put it back too far because I want to put buildings on this road, like more shops and things and different things going that way, in my opinion. But, you know, like, if you look at my garden, that's my garden space, but it's up to you. Plus you've got a little bit of front garden. I'll let you help in a minute. There we go. And then this is now the inside of your house. You've got a little side door going into the backyard there. Can you do that and put the fence back a bit? Yeah, sure. We can put it back a bit. How far back? Okay. Alright. If you can still hear me. Can you hear me? Right. Alright, if you want, you can build a house. Wait, come back. If you want, you can build a house, okay? And we'll trial it. If it's a bad house, and what we don't think will fit in this area, then unfortunately we'll take it down, and we'll basically keep an eye on you. So you can build a house, follow me. So I'm not really sure where yet, because I don't know if Reese is having a garage rather, at the side here. If he's having a garage at the side, then I don't know like when you can start building a house. Where do you reckon he could do it, Steve? Because I don't know, like, you know, like how much further. Because I've got one going there, similar to this. So it's wherever you think. Just finding you a place. Make an area out near Reese's house, but okay. Two secs then, person. Alright, so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Right. So if you bring some form of fence going down here, you can choose like however you want it to be. If you bring some form of fence going down here just to mark the end of his house, you can start your house at this side, okay? So you can go ahead and, you know, you can choose. It doesn't have to be a fence. You could use like a block and make a little like garden fence out of that. It's up to you. Whatever you think. But don't bring a fence from here, because he's gonna have his garage here. If you just bring a fence down this way, like so far, because this side here is part of his house still. For example, he might have maybe like a garage going here. You see? No. Not this way. You're going onto his house. You've got to go this way. This way is your house. That way is his house. Not this way. No. That way. I'm sorry, dude.